Hi everyone, it's Tamara. So unfortunately our recording with Alicia didn't go ahead on Monday due to technical issues. So we agreed that I'm going to record this video for you offline like this, and then Alicia will just post it in the group. So my name is Tamara. I'm a Facebook ad strategist. I started my business originally in 2007 as a virtual assistant. I decided straight away to specialize in technical and marketing with my background in project management and computer science, so this was kind of the easy transition. I'm currently in Portugal at the retreat, so you can see a little bit the scenery of the resort behind me. So nowadays I work with coaches and consultants who sell info products or group coaching programs, and we help them create funnels in order to get more sales and also to generate more traffic using Facebook ads and Instagram to actually fill those spots. So with my business, I still in a way kind of work as a virtual assistant, I guess, because I work virtually, and I help businesses grow and become more efficient with their marketing. It's just, I guess, in a way it's still VA, but in a slightly different capacity. In VA VS conference on Friday, I'll be speaking about Facebook ads and how to use Facebook ads to get more leads and clients for your VA business. So if you're coming to VA VS, I hope to see you at the session. It will be great. Bring your questions alone and ask anything you want to know about Facebook for you or for your clients' businesses. So for today, Alicia sent me some questions that you guys posted in the group, and I'm going to answer them in this video. And then, if you have additional questions, then hopefully you can attend the conference. They're great. Tony always organizes amazing events. There will be a great variety of speakers. And, one of the best bits, you don't need to travel anywhere. You can just do it directly from home, around your work, around your family. So that's quite cool as well. So here are the questions I have. What type of ads should you post if you are VA looking for clients on Facebook? So with Facebook ads, you need to understand that it's a funnel. It's not just you put an ad and suddenly you get a ton of clients. And like with any funnels, you have different levels of awareness that people have about your business. So initially at the top level, you have people who never heard about you, don't know anything about your business. And if you come directly to them and like, hey, buy my VA services, here's a package information, they're like, wow, hold on. I don't know who you are, like, do I need it? How will it help me? Will it work for me? And so on. So they have no awareness yet. And for them, going straight into the sale is going to be a very big jump. So typically with the Facebook ads, what you first do is you start with building an audience of people who are interested in having a VA, or already maybe have a VA, but potentially might want to swap a VA or hire another VA. So you want to build first this big audience of people who are aware of your business, who've interacted with you. Big audience is obviously relative because if you're working just yourself, you don't need that many clients to work with. Obviously, if you're an agency of VAs, then you need more clients, so your audience will need to be bigger. But typically, a lot of small businesses who just offer services and don't even sell any product, they can do just fine with a list of say 2,000 people. So your audience also doesn't need to be into hundreds of thousands and millions of people or anything like this crazy. So to build this audience, you can use videos. So you can record videos like this about how to work with a VA, what kind of services VA can do, how VA can help someone's business. You can post videos, testimonials with your clients, or you can interview them on camera and then post it on your Facebook page. You can also do blog posts, and then you can post blog links on your page and then promote those. And finally, you could post just text with some pictures and promote those. So all those posts you can boost strategically, not just like randomly boost, but strategically boost to people who are interested in having a VA. And then you can track those people back. If they go to your website, if they watch the video, if they interact with your Facebook page, if they like your Facebook page, all of those people become part of your custom audience. And then as your custom audiences grow, then you can start retargeting those audiences and move people down to the next step in your funnel. So the next step in your funnel could be the lead magnet. So if you have a any kind of lead magnet on your website, like a cheat sheet, a template, some swipe file of social media posts, depending on what you specialize in as a VA in your business, then you can offer this to people in your warm audiences and invite them basically to sign up for your email list, give you a name and email address. Once they are on your email list, then you can continue following up with them. You can send them additional resources, talk about the business, how you add value, how you can help them. And the next step typically would be for them to book a free consultation to discuss how you can work with them one-to-one. And you can replicate this process on Facebook as well. Like if someone signed up for your lead magnet, you can continue boosting content to them. And also you can then put an ad in front of them that actually invites them to go and book a free consultation with you. So that's like another step in retargeting. But as you noticed, we had initial content, then we had retargeting, and then we have either more content or content plus retargeting. So all of those different ads you can use as part of your funnel. As I said, there will be video ads, there could be link ads, there could be just engagement ads, there could be ads to get conversion that will link to your website. A conversion will be for someone to opt in. It could be ads with a link for people to go to your consultation and book a call with you. So all those different ads you can use in the funnel. And in the training on Friday, then I'll go in a bit more detail and show you some examples as well. Do you need a big budget to do Facebook ads? So obviously the word big is a relative word. For someone, $1,000 is a lot of money. And for some advertisers, $1,000 is like nothing. It's maybe tenths of what they spend a day on Facebook ads. So you need to understand, in order to determine how much you can spend, what's a client worth to you. So if you get a client from Facebook ads, how much would the client typically spend? Would they spend $100? Would they spend $5,000? Would they sign a retainer where they'll be paying $2,000 for 6 months? You need to really understand what kind of clients you're after, how much they're going to spend with you, and also what your conversion rates are. So if you have 10 calls with potential clients booked, discovery calls, how many of those calls are you going to close? That's also important to understand. Typically, you can get a discovery call booked using Facebook ads and the strategy that I've just talked about for about $150 to $250. So, sorry, I'm getting attacked by a fly or something. So if you obviously get a call booked for $100 and you only close 1 out of 10 calls, that means you spend $1,000 to get a client. But if the client pays less than $1,000, then you're going to be out of pocket. However, if a client's going to sign a retainer where they pay $2,000 per month for 6 months, then spending $1,000 to get this kind of client is absolutely fine. So you need to understand what the client is worth to you, what your conversion rates are, and overall have the funnel in place to actually take someone from not knowing anything about your business to becoming a client with you. In terms of budgets as well, like if you wanted to do a webinar, for example, to get more people into discovery calls, then for my clients, I usually say the minimum you'd need is $1,000 to promote a webinar. If you're boosting a post with content, you can get away with $20 to $50 for a week of boost per post. If you're promoting a lead magnet, you would start with $10 to maybe $100 a day, and see how it goes from there. So depending on how many ads you run, how many audiences you target, how many steps in the funnel you're promoting at the same time, that also will determine the budget you'll need for your campaigns. How do you effectively target audiences? So as I said, on Facebook you have warm audiences of people who know your business. So they are people who liked your page already, your fans, people who interacted with some content. They might not be the fan yet, but they've already maybe seen an ad and they've interacted with some content. Then you have people who visited your website or any of your websites, landing pages, and so on. Then you have people who watched your videos on Facebook. And if you do like events, or if you ever do lead ads, then this can also create additional audiences. But primarily you have your fans, people who interacted with Facebook page. If you have Instagram, then people who interacted with your Instagram account, people who watched the videos, and people who visited your website. So those are like the 5 audiences that you can use. So with all the other advertising, all you're doing is basically populating those 5 audiences. Even by default they will be populating, because if I'm promoting blog posts, for example, then people who go to your website to read the blog, they become part of the custom audience of website traffic. If you are using ads to get more fans for your page, then people are now in the custom audience of fans. If you're doing any content ads where you're just promoting some useful posts, some tips, advice, then people who interact with those posts, they'll become part of your custom audience of people who engaged with your content. So those audiences, they grow over time. The more you advertise, the more you use Facebook marketing, the bigger those audiences will become. And then you have the cold audiences, so people who don't know about you, don't know about your business. They may be aware already about working with VAs. They might not be fully aware how this works and how it's going to work for their business. And then those audiences you can target, by interest, like people in the US or of a certain age, people and who like Amy Porterfield, or people in Canada of certain age, maybe females if you only want to work with women, or men if you only work with men, who like, I don't know, Franco, if you're in entrepreneurs, or if you're after health coaches, then you'll have, other interests and pages that you can target. So this creates, these different cold audiences that you can test and target with your ads in order to get people from cold to warm. In cold audiences, when you advertise, you would typically have about 1 million people. If you are in a big country like United States, Canada, maybe UK. If you live in a very small country and you only want to work with your local people, especially like if you're in Europe, many countries don't have that many people. And then if you narrow it down, so it's people of a certain age who are into entrepreneurship and have certain interests, then you easily have maybe audience of 100,000 to 100 to 200,000 people. And that's fine. It's just, you need to be aware of what your market is and how many people you can potentially reach in that market. And if you want to be super local and just like work with businesses in your geographic little area, then, you might only have an audience of 10,000, maybe 50,000 people, depending how big the area where you live geographically is. Like back home in the UK, the town I live in has 30,000 people. So if I were to advertise for entrepreneurs, business owners in my little town, my audience is probably going to be like 5,000-6,000 people maybe. So it's obviously not going to be a very big audience. But if my business is super local geographically, then that's just what I have to kind of deal with. What's the typical ROI for Facebook ads? Will they pay for themselves in a new business? So that's a complicated question, because you have different types of ads and their purpose is different. And in some ads you're primarily building the audiences, so you're not so much measuring the ROI, you're measuring how many new people you brought into your audiences with those ads. And if the ads are getting good engagement, good click-through rates, and good, number of people watching the video, then those ads are doing fine and they're fulfilling their purpose. And then you'll have ads that take people through to strategy sessions, for example. And those ads will have obviously the highest ROI, because they are taking the warmest people out of your audience and booking them into strategy sessions where you can sell them to become clients. But by themselves, those ads are not going to work. That's why you need to have all these other ads around them to kind of take people into this pool. And then from this pool, you can fish them or pick them out and convert them into clients. So overall, as I said, you'll be looking at $150 to $250 to get a strategy session from Facebook ads if you use this multi-step funnel campaign. But whether this would be profitable for your business, I don't know, because it depends. It depends on how many clients you will convert from those strategy sessions, how much they're going to pay you per client. If you're only going to sell $200 packages and this is a one-off service and clients are not going to work with you repeatedly after they've paid the initial $200, it will be harder for you obviously to break even with Facebook ads. And a lot of your marketing will have to rely on volume to get a lot of those clients through the door in order to have a successful business. So, but if you organize your business in a packages way, that you have some kind of packages that people sign up and they continue paying month after month, whether it's 500 a month, 2,000 a month, whatever amount you want people to pay you, then it makes more sense to have a longer term strategy in place with Facebook ads, so you can continuously get these leads through the door, the strategy sessions, and add additional clients for your business. And at some point, if this is going well for you, you might find like, okay, I'm now getting fully booked, I don't need any more one-to-one clients. And then it might get to a point then either you'll need to slow down on your client acquisition strategy, or you'll need to look at growing a team. So you'll start, hiring other VAs, because you'll have more inquiries than you can handle yourself. Or you'll need to start outsourcing those inquiries to other VAs, maybe for a referral commission, some sort of arrangement where, the other VAs can take on clients and then pay you a percentage of those projects. What is the best form of pitching on Facebook groups to get VA clients? So with Facebook groups, obviously it's free, so a lot of people like using this form of marketing to get started, because they feel like, well, I don't have to spend anything, I can just go on Facebook groups and spam or post everywhere. So, but you have to be careful how you do it, how you position yourself, so you're not actually spamming anyone on Facebook groups. You have to be mindful that if it's not your group, then typically it will have rules like, can you post about your services? What days can you post? Can you promote your freebies? What days can you promote them? Or it might be the case that you'll just have to kind of hang out and see what other people post. And if someone asks proactively for recommendations for VAs, or how to do something, or they started using, I don't know, Slack, and they don't know how to use it, or they're trying to set up a newsletter in MailChimp and they got stuck, this is at the point where you can jump in, like say, hey, this is what you need to do, but if you want me to help you, then PM me, reach out, and then we can talk. And this can be an effective way for you to get initial few clients, but always be mindful of the group where you're in, what the rules are, and it's not just for you to go everywhere and like spray your message and like say, hey, this is me, this is my business, if you want a VA, contact me. This is not going to work very effectively. So in a lot of groups, it will be the case of you actually being an active member, seeing what other people post, what they need help with, and then providing value. Sometimes you'll be just posting things, and that's where a lot of people say, oh, okay, thank you for your advice, this worked for me. But you don't know who else will see those messages going forward, and quite often you post something in the group, and then a few months later someone contacts you and say, hey, I saw your post from several months ago when you talked about setting newsletters in MailChimp. I'm not interested in doing it myself, can you actually help me if this is what you do? And again, this is a way of you kind of leaving a trail of little breadcrumbs all over the internet that will all kind of lead back to your business. So this is what I would recommend in terms of using Facebook groups. It's not strictly related to advertising, but it's just an organic way of using Facebook to get clients. Obviously, when you have your Facebook page and you promote your business with ads, you'll get more people liking your Facebook page. So it's important then to remember that you need to continue using your Facebook page in an engaging and helpful way. So you're not just like leaving it as a ghost town because you're doing the ads, or because now you're fully booked and you're not going to post anything on your Facebook page. So always, remember to keep it up to date, provide useful content. Videos are great. Facebook loves videos. So if you are happy to be on camera, then definitely go for it and post more videos on your group. That's all the questions I had, so hopefully this will helpful. I hope to see you guys on Friday when I'm doing the session about using Facebook ads to get more leads and clients for your VA business. And if you have any questions, then bring them along to the session. Thanks, Alicia, for organizing this. Yeah, and if you want to hook up, if you have any questions, if you want to follow me on social media, then I'm just Tamara Baranova everywhere on all social media. This is my website as well. So feel free to connect, say hi, reach out, ask any questions, and I'll see you soon. Bye.